This segment will explore the economic challenges with cost of production and use of farmland, various social, environmental, and economic uses of non-productive land, and the ways that the uses of non-productive land can influence food production systems and our larger goals of creating a sustainable planet.
In, West African contexts where I've worked, more of a grand challenge is related to this kind of system of production we have where we kind of extract commodities, whether it be food or in West Africa, it was gold and minerals. And so what we've seen is a lot of consolidation of land rights where we have big companies mining or extracting, and then a lot of small producers lose access to land that would otherwise be productive for agriculture. And then the other challenge is because mining is such a huge income producer, right? I also had a lot of people who were abandoning agriculture to convert their land to small scale mining. And they had this kind of expectation that they would just be able to convert it back and go back to agriculture after the mining was finished, after they were done. Except, right, your land is completely torn up, your soil is torn up, you've been using mercury and other chemicals that are not fantastic. And so these communities were tearing up super productive landscapes in the service of kind of global commodity production, and so producing gold for the global markets. And all of these challenges I think are really concerning because it really revolves around questions of who owns land, who has access to land, for what are we producing it.
I was hired in here in this university. Basically, we trying to integrating this perennial energy crop in our current cropping system, because this current cropping system, we try to improve the sustainability, but not every piece of the agricultural land is very stable for annual row crop production. Some land is not ideal for the row crop production, whether it's very susceptible for the erosion and runoff, and some areas has a good slope and not ideal for the crop production. And then some land is very marginal for the crop production. And roughly we talk about 10% of the Illinois agricultural land could be dedicated for the perennial energy crop. That's what whole idea. How we can diversify our agricultural land, which means including more other than corn and soybean, especially in the perennial crops, especially those crops can fit it into those less productive or not suitable for the row crop production. Perennial grasses does it well, because you have to think about 10,000, 200,000 people, the settler. This grass was sitting in that land. It doesn't matter the landscape. And then, switchgrass and big blue stem Indian grass, they have their preference in the landscape, but it's growing just fine any types of the landscape. And now obviously there's room for this kind of energy crop. We can grow it for the future, whether it's for the energy production, whether it's for material for the future generation. That's what my research is. As we are integrating this perennial crop in our current cropping system, we can improve the sustainability of our current cropping system.
Whether we are discussing secondary uses of land that due to mining or other degradation of land has rendered it unproductive, or farmland that has some portions of it that are unsuitable for crop production, the decisions we make around the uses of both non-productive and productive land influence the food production systems and impact our goals to improve sustainability.